Do you see yourself going any further as far as what you're doing right now? Do you see yourself expanding into actually opening up your own facility, or do you
Nope.
this is where you're at right now?
Nope, I'm very adamant about that. That's something I actually get asked all the time as well. For years I actually like turned down three different private investors who wanted to invest in me and, get me basically a storefront. I wanted no part of it at all. I'm very content with doing everything by myself. I won't even let people like bag my cookies. I won't even let them like touch anything. Like I don't want to say I'm a control freak, but if I can do everything myself from start to finish, and like I said, I worked 21 hours a day last year, like, and I still made it work. And now I don't have a full-time career like that. So if I can still do this now on my own, there's no need to, the thing is, once you expand too big, you start to lose the quality of the product. And for me, I'm a perfectionist. So no one is ever going to make the cookies like I do, and no one's ever going to know my recipes. So it's unfortunate for everyone because it's just me and my two hands. And if I break a hand, guess what? No one gets cookies. And I'm okay with that.
Oof.
So
So if that happens, then you
yeah.
just go back to teaching.
No, I
Like,
just, I'll just sit back until I recover.
oh, it's
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna work. I'm not going back to a job.
like this is it. Like then now, like for the like
This
stop.
is it. Yep, that's it.
So that I could completely respect because for my entire life I was also pursuing a law enforcement career, and then once I realized that I didn't have the true mentality to maintain my emotions under certain levels of
Pressure.
anger,
Yep. Hmm.
anger and very much like fake, like poking at my see now it's very hard to get under my skin, but before like a couple years ago, oh God, like, it was so, especially if I had a few beers in me, it was so easy for you to get under my skin. So when I came down to the reality check
Mm-mm.
of I needed to basically take the step back and reanalyze, like, can I be a police officer in this current mental state?
Mm-hmm.
No. So stepped away
Yeah.
from that, stepped foot into a gym, fell in love with the gym, fell in love with the idea of coaching people, and this is what I see myself doing now for the future. Like this whole podcasting thing that I do on the side is just because, one, I feel that more people need to know about a lot of you know, the grinders of Long Island, the people who
Mm-hmm.
have worked their ass off, and not just like the WalMarts and Targets and everything else that pops up around Long Island. Like there's still
Mm-hmm.
plenty of people who are doing mom and pop activities, but
Yep.
they're just still outside of that corporate world and working in their home. Like
Yeah.
it's it so it's
A lot more people are starting to work from home now, which I think is pretty cool. I'm not all for like the advancement of technology so fast, but at the same time, like there are a lot of positives to it because, people are now being more creative with their skills and, their passions. Like if someone has a passion for something, I think people are now more apt to like actually chase those goals. And I like seeing people's like dreams and their ambitions actually come into fruition. It's pretty cool to watch just because like I did it. And I had a lot of doubters, and they always say like, the family are the people who are supposed to support you, but a lot of times it's the opposite. They don't want to
Mhm.
see you fail, and they don't want you to make the wrong decision. So one thing with me ever since I was basically a baby, I'm just defiant. So if anyone tells me to do something, I do the complete opposite. So that's why I'm also successful. So there was a lot of disapproval in the process, but you know what? Guess what? Like this is what I'm doing. So they don't like it, they can just, I don't know, fuck off.
No, they can't. That's exactly what they can do because
Mhm.
at the end of the day, it's the people around you that are going to
Mhm.
really one boost you to levels that
Mhm.
you never even
Mhm.
imagined before.
Yeah.
That's so important to have. Like people don't understand when you're family. Like yes, like they're your family, but they don't have to be that immediate small circle that elevates you to levels that you never experienced.
Mhm. Of course. Yeah, I totally agree with that. My family, over time, I mean, it's cool, especially the people who are so close to you watching you grow as well. Um, a lot of people in the beginning who, doubted me, or they'd be like, oh, how many orders did you do this week? And I'd be like, oh, I did like 7 orders. And like, a month later, I'd be like, oh, I did 12. And then like the next month, I'd be like, oh, I did 35 orders this week. So it's like, they were like, wow, like you really are growing. And I'd be like, wow, are you going to like, just like watching the whole process unfold. And especially being like a business owner, it's all learning through experience. So, and a little side note, like I actually also helped my best friend start a fudge company. So she had no idea how to do any of it. So I basically took her under, I taught her how to make fudge in like 5 minutes, and she's now a full flourished fudge company. So, but the thing is, like I always told her, I said, like you need to learn through your own mistakes. You need to learn through your own routines, because like every business is run differently. They all have different structures. So it's basically whatever works best for that individual. And I think as a business owner, like you need to, that's actually a question I get from a lot of cookie companies. People keep asking me to like, how are you so organized? Or like, you have such a, like a system down. I'm like, listen, like, this is just what works for me. Like, it's not going to work for everyone. But yeah, everything is just learning through experience. And yeah, I'm really grateful for it. It's been a really smooth ride. I honestly have nothing to complain about. Like so far, everything has just been working out in my favor. So I'm just going to keep it that way.
You're also one of the successful stories that come out of COVID. Like there's
Yeah.
two different stories that come out of COVID: the people who were completely destroyed, and the people that actually rose to levels that they never saw, that they
Hmm.
never envisioned. Like
Yeah.
this is a prime example of that. Like you took the time from. All right, real quick, just want to say thank you for watching the clip or watching the channel. If you can, just real quick, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It is a free way to help the channel, support the channel, helps me get a couple more views. And if you want to spend a couple dollars and support the channel, you can go to originmain.com, order yourself some Jocko Milk, order yourself some Jocko Go, order yourself some Jocko White Tea. So any Jocko products you see behind me, get yourself at originmain.com /Jocko Fuel. And don't forget to use my code WELSH10, WELSH10 at checkout. And I'll save you an additional 10% off your order at checkout.